I sent you to Afterlife 2, Cat Morgan? My bad. I do that sometimes. Alright. Hello, everyone. Eka, Brianna, Esconditia, welcome to stream. We're just hanging out tonight. I had a bit of a busy day, so taking it easy, kicking back with some chit chats. But you know what today is? Do you know what today is? Today is the day that I'm going full time. Chit chat, butt. You're a butt that chit chats. Today is the day that marks my pseudo last day at work. I still am working, but I only have to work about every 2 weeks. So that's kind of what we're talking about. You can finally sleep in. I will finally be able to sleep in. Hello, Cetrio. Hello, from Indonesia. We got a little bit of everybody from here. Wish I could work again. You know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, for a few days, what happened, Cat Morgan? Hopefully you're okay. How much did you drink? Actually, I didn't drink any. Boo. Boo as in it sucks that you're gonna see me more, Kabbalah, or boo as in like you're a ghost and you go boo? Because I don't know. No, mostly I haven't had anything to drink. I'm just very hyper. I don't like drink a lot of have a lot of sugar and stuff, and I had a lot of I'm like a child. I had a lot of sugar today because, you know, as I always say, I have a lot of tummy issues. But today we went after I got off work, I spent time with the family. I had an earlier day from work because so yesterday they had me work till like it was like until like 7:30, and then they had me come in and open at like 7 a.m. today. So that's why I couldn't really stream. I had to kind of go home and go to bed. But it was to get it out of the way. They were like, you know what, you just want to come in early and help us out with this stuff, and then you could just go. And I was like, bet. I will get rid of it. But yeah, so today I spent time with the family. We went to a little a festival out in town, and we drove up and had some fun. I had a lot of food. That's the main thing. Whenever I go somewhere, I don't really care about attractions and stuff. I care about trying a lot of new food. Let's just say I only had like 2 new things. The rest of them, I was like, yeah, I like me some steamed buns. I'm gonna go eat what I normally eat. Back in my retail days, yeah, I mean, gives away what I do, right? Well, I mean, I worked in a grocery store, so I guess that counts as retail. Steamed clams. I can't have clams. Right, I've said that before. I'm allergic to things in clams and shells and clams and oysters and scallops. I can't have. Redman with $20 super chat. Your theme feels more uplifting than usual given the circumstances. Have a super to mark the beginning of a new chapter in your saga. Raymond, thank you. I am so happy that you can even tell. Yes, I have like a bit of weight off my shoulders. I am very excited. Giga 10, you have indeed. Allergic to clam. I am allergic to clam. I said steamed hams. Oh, I would love me some steamed hams. Specifically, I love some steamed clam. But yeah, so had a lot of fun today. Gotta hang out with the family. Kind of have like a pseudo celebration. Gotta go out, have a lot of food. I'll probably feel sick later because I ate too much. But you know what? I don't ever get to have things like that. I never really have time. I never really get to do whatever. So you know what? I accept my fate. I got to have a bunch of delicious street food, and I wouldn't I wouldn't trade it away. Sad to say, I'm the only machine operator for the company during the day. Well, the reliable one. Well, Morgan, if you're the only one, they better start paying you more. What are they gonna do when you're gone? Pay to train someone new? They're not gonna want to do that, right? Fruit punch? I hate fruit punch. Let's go. I love food. Me too. All right, guys. So there is a lot that I don't know. My brain's kind of running. Like, as soon as I pass this starting line, but the starting line is sitting here, I'm looking at it, and I go, which way do I go? I have so much on my mind. There's so much I want to do. I don't really know where to begin. How can you eat fruit punch? Because one time I drank so much of it, I threw up everywhere, and now it scarred me, and I will never drink it again. Also, I don't like sugary things, and kind of an example why. Alina, yeah, exactly. See, Raymond got it. Oh, my computer went to sleep. Don't do that. To go left, then right again, and up. Left, right, up, down. A, B, start. That was me with Alfredo sauce. Ooh, that sounds bad. I feel like Alfredo sauce would be so much worse instead of fruit punch. Of course, in the Eye Nightmare. I feel like Alfredo sauce would be so much worse than fruit punch. Because fruit punch is a liquid. Alfredo's like a thick sauce. So, coming back up's probably not a fun time. Might not suit your fancy, but vegetable tackle is sure to make your day. What is a vegetable tackle? I mean, I love me some veggies. As I said, and fruits especially. As I said before, I've been devouring honeydew. I've had, like, 2 full honeydews in, like, 4 days. Or, melons. Honeydew melons. Sponge my thumb, because the machine smashed it. Faulty wiring and not calibrated sensor button made it super sensitive to any movement. Shift before didn't report it, and my thumb paid for it. Did you get compensated for that? Because that's not, you should have given, that sounds like a work injury, and they should do something about that. I have 2 honeydews on my counter. Let's go! Man of culture. Devourer of melons. I will devour melons. I love melons. Can we all agree I love melons? It is what it is. No, it's not. You deserve better, Morgan. Always. What would they do without you? Remember, you're worth a lot more than you think. Watermelon? I still think honeydew is the best out of the 3 big melons. Is the best of 3 basic. Exactly. Butterby agrees. I always like any of my fruits super duper ripe. Like, I don't like, for example, blueberries or blackberries. Normally they're very sour, right? They're very sour fruit. Or berry. When you when they're basically at the point of ready to eat, and they're like right at ripe, they're sour, right? And they're kind of crunchy. I don't like that. I like it when they're like right at the in between of sour and sweet, and they're a little bit squishy. That's when I like my berries the best. Same with my honeydew. I like it when it has usually it's like when it's closer to the rind, it's kind of crispy, but when it's more inner of the melon, it's that soft squishy. That's kind of how I like my melon. Dragon fruit or star fruits? I actually cannot say I've ever had a star fruit, so I'm gonna have to say dragon fruit. I like it raw. I like cantaloupe. I also like cantaloupe. It is my second. Watermelon is my third. Squishy fruit grosses me out. I can understand. I can understand. That's why, Ezekiel, one thing I like to do is I like to cut it up when it's, like, ripe. And then when it's, let it ripen when it's already cut. So, it's kind of like meal preparing, but with fruit. I kind of do that. Green apples are my favorite. Oh, green apples are good. They're also Mama Elska's favorite. That and she really likes Honey Crisps. My favorite is Fuji. Cantaloupe's my favorite melon. A good choice. A good choice. Yo, crunchy blueberries and blackberries are gross and definitely not ripe. Well, I'd say crunchy, but it's like they're ripe, but they have that they have a snap, I guess. The skin still has like a snap, right? Is what I'm trying to say. Not crunchy, but the skin has a snap, whereas the rest of the fruit is like still like soft, but it has a it's sour. Oh. I like strawberries when they're in season. I actually don't like strawberries very much. I will eat them if they're in front of me, but I don't go out of my way to get them. If I were to rank fruit, it would probably be, honeydew is definitely tied with peaches. And then nectarines and plums are probably under that for me. And then probably oranges. And then probably pears. Apples. Oh, I forgot lemon. Lemon's gotta go up there with like the plums and stuff. I really like, I basically like big spring fruits. I like peaches and nectarines and then plums and all the good stuff. Things with the big cores. I keep talking. I haven't talked this much in so long. My screen keeps going to sleep. Lemon. I love lemons. I love lemons and limes. I'm a weirdo that will just eat a lemon and lime like an orange. I'll peel it and then I'll eat it. Melon fruit podcast tier list. We can talk about tier lists as I try to wrap back around to talking about our future. Strawberries are my favorite type of seed and bananas are the best nut. What does that even mean? Oh, bananas. Anytime I think of bananas, I just think of the Nintendo 64. I've never played like Donkey Kong 64. All I've ever heard is the sound effect. When you pick up a banana, it goes, oh, banana. Every time I read the word banana, that's immediately what goes in my brain. Hey, boss, Orange, you glad to see us? I'm always Orange to glad to see you. I eat lemons with salt? I've never tried that before, Morgan. I should try that. I mean, Mama Elska especially likes to put salt on, like, her watermelon. I can't believe I never thought about doing it with other fruits. Scientists decided that bananas are legally nuts, apparently. Well, I'm going to have to object to that. I'm quite the wake up. It's quite the wake up. I'm going to have to try it, man. That sounds actually kind of nuts. Being Brie read and try and therefore can be quoted. Yes. Bananas are nuts. I like Oh, I forgot about pineapple. Guys, I like fruits. I like fruits. I just like fruits. I just really like fruits. I do like fruits more than veggies, but I do like my veggies. Please tell me you're joking. Time to Google. Time to Google. Time to Google. I can't wait for my first, like, my most recent Google search to say, are bananas nuts? Are bananas nuts? Google says it's no relation to ground or tree nuts. I feel like you're lying to me. I need facts. It just says they're paired well with nuts. You lied to me. It's strawberry that's it. Tyler! Spreading false information. One of my all-time favorite fruits are pear apples. I've never had, like, a pear apple. Have people had those, they keep, like, crossbreeding apples, and they have, like, you know, like, Granny Smiths paired with, I don't know, Red Delicious and stuff out there. Like, they keep genetically changing fruit. What are they called? Galaxy? Or something like that, apples? They're like Honeycrisps mixed with Fuji. And they are incredible. And they're called that because there's something like space related. They're called that because they have like white speckles that are supposed to look like stars on them from the breeding, I guess. Oh, but they are super good. Bananas are just kind of there. Did you know that cashews come from a fruit? I did not, Matt the Beast. I don't eat a lot of nuts. I feel like they're too like what's the word? Like they're good for you, but I always feel like they're too high in like calories and stuff for how little I feel like I get filled up eating like cashews or peanuts or something. So I never feel like they're worth it as just a food item. Nutty? No, not nutty. It's just like I don't feel like I gain a lot when I eat them. So I don't feel like I don't get any reward. I like making sure that I eat things that are equivalent to like calories and being filled up. Especially because, you know, we all know I have my tummy issues, so I want to make sure like I don't have to worry about food, right? So I have to worry about what's in it, making sure I'm full so I don't feel the need to go past like my consumption so I don't upset my tummy, and then I have to make sure like I know, you know, whatever. I have a lot of things I have to take care of, so I think like that when I eat. Yeah, I don't feel like nuts are very filling. Like salads, I like them in salads. I really like walnuts especially. Like a cranberry walnut salad, always delicious. Do vegetables have fruits? Good question. At least some good science. Don't like any apples that feel gainy, mealy inside. They gotta be crisp. Matt, that's the exact same way that Mama Elska feels with her apples. Like, she only likes mildly sour and then crispy. I like Fuji because they have the crisp, but they're a little bit on the sweeter side. Not a fan of nuts. Don't blame you, Nightmare. Don't blame you. There's more that I don't like than I do like. It's basically I only like walnuts. If I can really think, I like walnuts and almonds. I think that's about it. And I don't even eat almonds. I like how almonds taste, but I don't eat them because they kill bees. Green apple hard candies do slap, but that is not at all what green apple did. You're just eating the flavor green. You're not eating the a green apple flavor. If you eat any candy with green apple flavor, it is absolutely a lie. Favorite outings in October? I really want to go like fruit or berry picking one of these days. I'm hoping whenever I get to visit the family, and go more up towards north. Because a lot of my family lives like all the way on like the really, like basically on the border to Canada. I have a couple of family members that live way north out there, and they have like berries and everywhere, all kinds of berries. Especially like they go all the way up, like Grandma Elska, because she makes. I've said this before, but she makes homemade alcohol. She makes homemade brandy and vodka. And she makes them with, like, blackberries and, huckleberries and stuff, and it's delicious. Macadamia nuts taste like paint chips. I hate macadamia nuts. Whoever likes what is it, white chocolate macadamia nuts cookies, I think they're insane. And I think they're old. Like, they're old people, and they lost their taste years ago. I don't like almonds. I just don't like eating them. Fair enough. I understand. Brazilian nuts are probably the best besides walnuts, peanuts, which are also not really nuts, but whatever. I don't think I've ever had those before. I remember drinking green apple drink. It was gross. Ezekiel, I feel like you probably lost, like you probably gained a cavity drinking that. Hi, Snake Guy. Your family is leaves? Yes. Traveler, thank you for the 3 months of being a Niho snack. Woo, let's go. Cool, I think my aunt makes her own wine. Is she gonna share? Huckleberries are mad. I love huckleberry. No joke. Huckleberries are delicious. I love, especially if people have ever had like huckleberry licorice. That stuff's good. Any chance we can smuggle those over the border? You know what, Sloopy? You could probably meet me halfway, and I'll give you a bottle. I like white chocolate, less about the macadamia. Yeah, but who put it in the... If nobody wants the nut part of the cookie, why is it in the cookie? Even if I feel old and... No, Cat Morgan, no. Green apples are the best apple, though. I'm not saying they're bad apples, Tyler. I'm saying the artificial flavor green apple is not the taste of green apple. I don't drink, so I never ask. You know what? Fair enough. I commend you for that. Oh, Butterbee, I agree. There are people who are allergic to nuts. You know what? They were born being able to spare themselves from very mid food. White chocolate cookies are dope. I'm not nothing on the white chocolate. I mean, I don't personally like chocolate very much. I would, and white chocolate's up there. It's like, it's sweeter. It's rough for me. I won't take that away from you. But pairing it with the white chocolate with the macadamia nuts, I just don't understand. It's like, are you 70? Are you losing teeth? Yeah, take your nuts out of my cookie. The artificial flavors are anything are all based on the old world flavors back from when the Pilgrims originally started cultivating the original plants with the European ones. I don't know. I feel like that might be wrong. Yeah, Butterby, what? She probably would, Nightmare, bet. You're gonna be my middleman. That's why it's best tactically acquire from the orchard stuff like it tastes much better. I would have to probably agree. Hi, Gandalf! White chocolate and dark cocoa cookies are goated. I've never had white chocolate and dark cocoa. But I will say I would prefer to have dark chocolate, dark cocoa in general because it's way less sweet than whatever it is in milk chocolate. Milk chocolate, I take a bite and I go, am I okay? Did I lose a tooth? Ezekiel. The grape flavoring is based on an old New Hampshire Concord grape, and the banana flavor is based on, and don't really exist anymore. Might not be accurate for all of them, though. Huh. Well, to me, they taste like yellow and purple. If it is true, Butterbeat, that would make sense why I've never experienced a grape or a banana that tastes like that. But also, when it comes to those flavors, like the artificial flavors, am I the only one that ever has the, like the passive, like, waxy, like, chemical taste? Especially with the banana flavor. Like, if I eat the banana Laffy Taffy, I'll go like, oh, that's not bad. Is my mouth burning? Did I eat, like, some sort of acid after it? I'm like, help! Help! It's disgusting. Dark chocolate is like coffee, but like really bad coffee. No. Tyler, you're wrong. But I will say, you know what, actually? I like actual coffee better than dark chocolate, so... But I think coffee is a bad comparison. Because I like coffee and I don't like chocolate very much. I don't know. Banana flavor is just an old banana. But why does it feel like it's gonna kill me if I take a bite of a Laffy Taffy? Especially banana Laffy. It makes you feel like you bit a banana peel. It doesn't like... I want to say banana peel. Like I said, it feels like something's trying to murder me. Give me all the chemicals. Sloopy, I swear, like I said, you're like addicted to anything with like a teeny bit of sugar. If you put a bowl of sugar in front of you, Sloopy, I feel like you would devour it. So I would expect that from you. Eating dark chocolate shocks all my senses. It is a strong flavor. I will agree with that. Mario fill with chems. What's one more? You know what? I don't know. What? I can't stop you. This place I go to, it gives white and dark chocolate. And I eat both at the same time because it tastes funny in a good way, though it burns my throat and I regret it after. Please take care of yourself. Is that like a mom and pop shop or something, Ezekiel? Sorry, I need some Wawa. A lot, besides like all the food I ate, I did a lot of walking. I need to drink more water. No! When I was a small child, I tried opening a banana with my teeth. It worked, but my mouth felt numbish and I could taste was fake banana flavored. So you got scarred for life from that, huh, Matt? One small experience. I can't say I've ever taken a bite out of banana peel, but maybe I should compare if banana peel tastes like banana Laffy Taffy. Because I'm more bitter than dark chocolate. I'm so bitter coffee beans run away from me too. Oh, that's funny. Might use that line, Captain Morgan. Although I'm not a bitter person. If you want someone who can easily be a bitter person, it'd probably be Sister. Decided that pixie sticks were a good idea. What do you mean? You never put them in your nose? I'm just kidding. I've never put them in my nose. I think pixie sticks are disgusting. The only thing that I think of is Sister Elska talks about like her school days, right? And she talks about how people used to open up pixie sticks and put them in their nose and like crush up what are they called? They're like the little chalk candies. Like they would crush them up and they would snort those too. Talking about don't take a bite out of the peel. If you want discomfort, just break the skin like a normal put in your mouth for a second. Okay, but you also remember I'm a monster and I will do anything. If you say your experience is from biting the banana peel, I will bite the banana peel. Smarties, yeah, Smarties. That's what they're called. 56 were actually real. I thought it was just my imagination. No, because they have, what are they called? They have the sugar sticks, and you dip it into more sugar. Are they just... Because it's the same sugar. It's the same sugar. You're dipping that sugar stick into sugar. Fun dip. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Butterbee. Because Pixie Sticks is fun dip, right? I mean, it's a strong powder that comes in a straw. It's... Tyler, no. Don't justify it. My friend who used to love the candy dots that were glued to the paper. I've only ever seen those in candy shops. I've never, like, I don't think I've ever heard anybody actually say they would eat those. Hi, Kawaki. I had Smarties banned at my school. I'll have to ask Sister Elska if they banned Smarties at her school. I snorted Smarties in 7th grade. Still feel the burning when I remember it. Ezekiel. What is wrong? Why are kids like this? Pixie Sticks are just the paper straws full of sugar. Yeah, Pixie Sticks are the flavored sugar straws. Smarties are best straight through the nose. Super old school and super old school awful. Normally, most candies that are like super old school are probably gonna be bad. Kid-friendly breaking. No, I'm sorry. That's true, Snake Guy. Kids are stupid. Like, you... I would hope so, Morgan, because they're selling this things easily attainable at a grocery store. I want to look cool. I regret it. Did you look cool? Hi, Hot Pants! Just get some candy cigarettes. No joke though, but I think those candies are actually pretty yummy. I had those what is it? Like it was like my second Halloween. It was right before the big bad happened, and I had them for my first time, and I gotta say they were actually pretty yummy. I mean, they tasted like chalk, but it had like a weird sweetness to it. I don't know. I like them. I will die in the Butterbee. At least I'm not alone. The big bad, the big bad, the big C. Backstreet Boys reunion tour. I thought they went away years ago. No, Nightmare. They still, they're not like shaped like those. They're not shaped like cigarettes, but they, or like colored like cigarettes. They're smaller, like they're thinner now. And they put Spider-Man on them. They're smaller and they put Spider-Man on them. Yeah, they're still around. Cause I remember the reason why I had them the first time, because I was with for Halloween every year my family comes together, like one big group, and we go to one of the homes. Either we go to them or they come to us. And my aunt picked up a bag of like mixed candy, and it had those little chalk things in them, and she said, "Oh, they're candies. They're fake candy cigs, or they used to be." And they were covered in like Spider-Man and Captain America. It tastes like dust, but good dust. I got the Backstreet tickets too. No, Tyler! I didn't get any, luckily. I mean, I don't really want to go. They're still going around. And I hope I never have to go. Oh, I told you guys about the one time I met a Backstreet Boy, right? I don't remember which one I met, but I think I told you guys that story before, right? I can't. Officer, no. I'm just remembering how the 4 kids One Piece swaps Sanji's sticks for a lollipop, but I think they didn't always manage to censor it out. Wait, they did? I want to know. I want to watch the 4 kids One Piece at some point because I love old cringe stuff. I did. I met one of the Backstreet Boys. I had a neighbor. He used to hand out religious pamphlets. She's one of those nuts. I think every holiday is evil. Huh. That is very random. Also, at first I thought you were saying the Backstreet Boys were still around, but not the same shape anymore, which, yeah, accurate. I mean, yeah, but, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour is something that, the YouTube channel Game Grumps came up with, and it's, a joke about the big C. Yayo, yayo! I remember Sanji was my least favorite character because I thought always having a lollipop was dumb. He's stupid. He gonna get cavities. What, he think he cool for having a lollipop? No, I like stretchy arm boy. Heart. Yes, officer. The corner sign kind of sucked, to be honest. I've been here for days and they won't stop playing I Want It That Way. And it's not even like, it's not even like playing the song in full, Tyler. It's like it gets to the chorus and then it gets stuck like in the CD player and it goes, I want it, I want it, I want. That's all you hear. Lung cancer cavities. Oh. Ouch. She does give Ego Raptor vibes. I do appreciate me an Ego Raptor. I had a soft pop for Usopp. I don't know which one that is. Exactly. I know it all too well. But what is it? Should I retell the story? I guess I can retell the story. It was very underwhelming of me meeting the Backstreet Boy. I don't know which one I met. Because I have never fully listened to a Backstreet Boys song before, nor do I know what they look like. But at my old job where I used to live in a different state, at my old job, I was working as like a backup cashier at my old job. And, one of them came in, like they were driving through and they stopped to get snacks and drinks and stuff. And it was one of the Backstreet Boys and I had no idea. And, my dude came up with like a case of beer or whatever, and I scanned him like, I need your ID. I need your ID because, you know, the system, you know, we're in modern day. I can't just type it in. I gotta look at it and I gotta put it in the system. I need your ID. He got so mad. He was with his wife or girlfriend too, and he got so like passive aggressive with me. I was like, "Oh, buddy, calm down. I'm doing my job." But he forgot his ID, so he was like all pouty, and he went, and then his girlfriend's like, "Sweetie, calm down. Here, I'll get it for you, honey." And he like waddled behind her, grumpy, and she's like, "Here you go," you know. She's like so nice. I'm like, I hope you have a good day, whatever. He's just like, and walks out the door, you know, and she's like, bye. But yeah, and I was like, I had no idea. It was just a simple interaction of just like some grumpy dude who forgot his ID. And his girlfriend had to step in for him. And my colleagues at the time, my other cashiers, they walk up to me and like, do you know who that was? I can't believe he's like stopping by. I can't believe he would be in our town. I'm like, no, I have no idea who that guy is. Who is he? He's like, it's one of the Backstreet Boys. It's this guy. And I go, who? I've been awake for like a year. How you think I know who that is? And now I really hope you ask him that. Who? He thought he was a privileged to be in a boy band. I think he was like, it was very much like the passive, like, do you know who I am? Right? And I have no idea. I had no idea. But it was very much like the passive aggressive, like, do you know who I am? Like poutiness. I'm like, no. No, I don't. Probably meant the cute one. I gotta be honest with you. I worked retail. I don't remember anyone's face. Anyone. I look in the mirror and I go, who's that? Can't blame the guy. Brie just woke up. I did just wake up. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. Worst industries are having to deal with people. I agree, Raven. I remember learning that I Want It That Way was lyrics were really weird to the translation issues, and there was a fixed song with the same rhythm, but the what did he kill? Wait, what? Translation issues? Did you hear it in English, or are you saying the English one had weird? I have never listened to I Want It That Way. I've never listened to the whole song. The only memories I have of the Backstreet Boys is my sister being obsessed and her room being covered in posters. I'm gonna have to ask Sister Elska if she was obsessed with them, because she did tell me about moments of the stuff she likes, right? But there was, what was his name? His name something Carter. I don't know his name, but she said that if I recall, it was, I don't remember his name. I think it was Carter. You like that guy? If they ask Nick Carter, no, I don't think it was Nick. If they ask that type of crap, just keep saying random names again that matter. Yeah, I should have like, oh, he didn't have his ID, so I couldn't I didn't know his name. I didn't know who it could have been. So I legitimately have no idea because there was not even an ID for me to identify. I see why I don't listen to them. Also, their dancing is funny. I mean, they're like 2001, right? How old is that song? But no, never joke around with customers. It's very sad these days. In my stores, they have new training, especially going around the last year or so of bad things that go around this time. Or Aaron Carter. There you go. Butterbee got me. Aaron Carter. That's right. Shaq at wait, did he really? Butterbee, please share. There's no way he made a song about beating Shaq at basketball. They had a few good songs, no one hit wonder group. They weren't quite the solid gold that people made them out to be back then, though. I'm still listen, officer. I still have a lot of music to catch up on. Most of the music that I listen to from late 90s to early 2000s is usually new metal or hard rock and all that stuff, and just metal in general. Some old pop. But mainly, if I listen to anything that's kind of old, I listen to the rock and rolls. Because it's like, I don't know, there's not really a lot of 90s stuff I can immediately sit there and think, yeah, I like that stuff. It's usually I skip 90s. I go 80s and then 2000s. I can't really think of 90s stuff that I like. I love 80s Europop. Love it. So good. My camera froze. I swapped to no sleep till Broca did a bump check the time. Much better. Hi, Dr. Bright. No sleep till. Okay, yelled at a customer. He asked if we had Apple Pay. I said we had Banana Pay. He got heat. Wow. Yeah. Don't even. Just keep, if you're in retail, just be that cog in the machine. Go there, do what you're asked to. Don't do more than you're asked to. They're not paying you for that. Do what you gotta do. Go home. Oh yeah, man, he did. He was actually kind of a bop back in the day. Really? NSYNC probably had a better history, mostly thanks to Justin Timberlake translation from music to movies. I actually still like I think Justin Timberlake, from like his old stuff to his new stuff, is still good. I don't actively listen to him, and I actually can say I also have never listened to an NSYNC song, like, probably fully, but I have a couple of Justin Timberlake songs in one of my playlists. I still think he's very good. I have one Backstreet Boys album. I mostly like the song where they thanks their mamas. I actually can honestly say I haven't listened to a Backstreet Boys full album. So I can't, I don't know. I can't judge. You have to send me the song, Cloudy, before me to judge. I quit my job partly because I got sick of people's stuff. This was pre-Big C. Good. You deserve better, Raymond. Always. That's the music video of... That's to the music video of How I Beat... Wait, really? Hello, Tillin! Shark, shark. Read the I Want It That Way lyrics and you'll realize that they don't make sense. Alright. Alright. I want it that way. Alright, I have them up. I like the instrumentals more than the lyrics, so that's what I usually go for. Piano, violins, electric guitar, drum. Don't care much for the genre. Officer, I respect that. One thing that I am very happy with how how I listen to music is I listen to literally everything. And as time continues to go on, my horizon continues to just broaden and broaden. Like I can safely say I have yet to run into a genre I don't like. I can see themes or subgenres in there that I don't like, or things, you know, there's always like a flavor within the genre that you like. But I just keep going. I'm finding more stuff that I really like. I've gotten to the point where I keep finding random things with like 600 views on YouTube of me trying to find new music that is now finally being recommended to me, of music that has like less than 1,000 views. So I'm actually, I have a little bit of everything. But I also, Officer, there's a lot of stuff I like that are instrumentals as well. And it's just, I don't know. I like a little bit of everything. I like these, I also like the Beastie Boy fellows a lot more. Deja vu! I looked at them. I want it that way. I must have read the comments of the video. I learned about that. Here, I have them up. I want it that way up. So let me read these, alright? Yeah, you are my fire, the one desire. Alright, okay. We're starting off alright. Believe when I say, I want it that way. Alright, you already lost me. Well, we are 2 worlds apart. Okay. Can't reach to your heart, alright? When you say that I want it that way. What? Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never want to hear you say I want it that way. I don't understand. I'm already lost. Screamo's your only hard no? Interesting. I can understand why. The funny thing is, Officer, like, when it came to my first year or so of being awake from my ice, I also kind of felt the same. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I can't understand them or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's loud or whatever, you know. You can put all the other things in it. But it's actually, over time, become one of my favorite genres. Especially now, the more that I go into personally trying to learn to sing as well. And learning what Screamo actually is. And the more respect I continue to grow for Screamo, the more I start to enjoy it on a whole nother level. Like, I enjoy it. Like, it went from, like, oh, I don't understand, it's noisy, I don't like this, to, like, with the instrumentals and like, putting it together, it sounds really cool, and it has, like, a force to it or whatever, and now I'm at this point where it's, like, I listen to it, and I go, dang, that man, put him in, like, an opera house, those lungs are incredible, like, you sit there and you go, how are these people doing this, and then paired with, like, deliciously tasty instrumentals that make you want to punch something, but also at the same time, like, cry, and I don't know, metal is just beautiful to me. I love metal. Screamo, delicious. delicious to me. Anyway, where was I? All right, I'm not understanding Backstreet Boy lyrics. All right. Am I your fire, your one desire? Okay, he's asking questions. Okay. Yes, I know it's late, but I want it that way. All right. He lost me again. Tell me why ain't nothing about a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but. Tell me why. Now I can see that we've fallen apart from the way that it used to be. Yeah. No matter the distance, I want you to know that deep down inside of me, you are my fire, one desire. Okay, that kind of made sense. That kind of made sense. But what does it mean to have it that way? You are my fire, the one desire. You are. Don't want to hear you say ain't nothing but a heartache and ain't nothing but a mistake. I never want to hear you say, oh yeah, I don't want it that way. Tell me. All right. It goes like, okay, what? Okay, what? My name is what? My name is who? My name is Slim Shady. Like, I get lost. I don't understand. This I Want It That Way video is funny to me, too. I'll have to watch it, Nami. Ramona was gonna say, why is she saying officer? Does she think she's in an interrogation? Officer, please listen to me. I understand you don't like Screamo, but please, you gotta hear me out, buddy. At least Screamo is arguably better than Screamo once they started just stuffing trap beats and synthesizer and autotune in it. Yeah, I will say, like, I feel bad because if you were to listen to like like a big one, for example, if you were to go to like Bring Me the Horizon, right? That man has blown out his vocal cords 10 times over, and he still keeps going, and you can obviously tell. And I've seen Bring Me the Horizon live like twice, and there is such a distinct difference between I mean, it happens to anything. Live will always be significantly different from like on the CD, but if you hear them live, it is like somebody put a blowtorch to this man's vocal cords. Like, you can tell that I feel like he's in pain. Like, I feel bad for him. But yeah, there is a lot of, like, you can tell that that's, like, a big example of they should just leave it raw, because it still sounds good. And it feels like he's, even though he's doing it very bad, like, it feels like he's putting, like, a little bit more passion in it and stuff, like, I guess. But when you listen to all the new stuff, he has, like, this, he does a lot of auto-tune stuff now, and they have, like, that, they do put some weird techno stuff in it. Some of them are good. I do like some of the, like, the newer Bring Me the Horizon stuff, but a lot of it, I'm just like, it's just like it's mid. It's mid. That's the best I can do, is, like, mid. He wants it that way, don't you understand? But I want it that way, so I don't understand. I have trouble understanding lyrics in most cases. Metal is where that is at its worst. The loudness is definitely a factor too. The lyrics, I can understand. Because even I, an avid person who listens to a lot of metal and screamo, can also say, I can't always understand the lyrics. The funny thing is, if you want an example of most people take like 10 listens or more, like hours of listens to understand a song. Not too long ago, we played a song called Metal Hellsinger. And I want to play it again, especially because they have a DLC pack that I want to play. And I would listen to the soundtrack constantly. But they never sold an official soundtrack or released an official soundtrack. The only way you can listen to it is through the game or the people who ripped it from the file and put it on YouTube. So I listened to it through the people who ripped it and put it on YouTube. So if you want to know the lyrics, people were listening to it and putting it in the comment section. And every other, like, day when I would go back and I would listen to more of the music, the comment would have edit and it would fix lyrics because they, like, listened to it and they're like, ah, that's wrong. It's always... It is true that sometimes it is very hard to understand what there's... I don't know music how you think I feel so confused. I mean, there are genuinely people who don't get into music or don't listen to a lot of music, which is absolutely fine. I completely understand. Was that even English? No. I'm terrible at English. I want that night. It sounds like somebody drunk. Yeah, it sounds like somebody is very drunk. It does. It sounds like somebody's trying to Yeah, I agree. No goodbyes by the Backstreet Boys. It's I Want It That Way, but it makes sense. No goodbyes. No goodbyes. Back. Lyrics. It does not. Nightmare. I was about to say. I tried. I'm yours completely. I feel so deeply. Your first thought. My first thought every day. And I want it that way. Wait, is this literally like they just changed all of the I want it that way? My life is for you, and I adore you. I love you more every day, and I want it that way. No goodbyes, ain't nothing. Oh, wow. Wow, okay, this is just a different song. Oh my god, they really just redid the song. That's hilarious. That is funny. No Goodbyes is an unreleased song by the Backstreet Boys. The song is an alternative version of I Want It That Way. Wow. That's funny. But listening to metal is like solving a puzzle. Some of them, not all, Tyler. The thing is that's everybody sounds like Hannah Montana song. The one thing that's cool about not just metal in general, but also all music in general, is there's always bits and pieces that it depends on what's put in front of you, right? And it just depends. Like, I can easily sit there and say, I like country. You guys know I like country because I like cowboys. But I hate anything you listen to on the radio. Absolutely despise it. I think it's stupid. I am tired of hearing about tractors and farmers chewing tobacco and cutting wheat and whatever. I don't care. I want to hear the songs about cowboys going to the west and their wives are dead and they had to go get revenge on the cowboy down at the saloon and then they have to run away to Mexico. That's the kind of country I like. So there will always be, it depends on what you're listening to, always. So Tyler, like, metal can be like solving a puzzle, or it could be straight up just like, here's a silver platter of just a song about, I don't know, driving a motorcycle. Song about chop suey. A song about alcohol, you know, it's the same to me, I guess. Old country is so good. I love me some old country and dark country. A lot of the stuff on the radio, in my opinion, is pretty bad, but that's only if you listen to, like, your basic radio in town, I guess. Usually they're not very good. But a radio of, like, you know, you find on Spotify, or if you have the good old subscription service Sirius XM, they have some pretty good stuff on the radio. Less revenge. There's a lot of cheating songs in country. In, like, modern country, like the stuff you hear on the radio, because I wouldn't know. I refuse to listen to it because I find it very boring. It sounds exactly like you're constantly listening to someone trying to, like, two-step. And I go, I'm bored. I cannot stay here since John makes my schedule blur. Have a nice stream. David! Good luck, though, David. I'm glad you were here to say hello, and please take care of yourself. I just realized metal as just metal is inaccurate. It's subgenres. Subgenres. Metal has an incredible amount of subgenres, but so does everything else, Berserker. Metal is just so prominent in its subgenres because I feel like it is one of the most flexible music genres out there, into which people have stepped into to explore. Because metal as itself, as what the genre is, I would say metal and then punk are about self-expression in a very particular way. And because of that, because of metal and punk, it has such a unique style of, like I said, self-expression that it becomes its own genre. So that's kind of why I think those things kind of stand out more. But I mean, everything else has millions. I mean, electronic is probably the biggest at this point, though. I got stuck with a pretty pink tractor. Go and take a... What? Is that a real song? I stopped listening to it on the radio several years ago. Maybe it got better. Doubt it, though. That was a long-running trend. Yeah, well, in general, for me with the radio, I also find it very disappointing. Because, like I said earlier, my personal way I listen to music... Sorry, I think I have to sneeze. Hold on. No, it's gone. It's gone. It was one of those where it's like you just sit there and your nose tickles, but it won't sneeze. Now I'm really stuffy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, most of the music I listen to is like nobody. I could ask a billion people and they'd probably say I've never heard of it. Bless you anyway. Thank you, Nami. This one goes electric guitar and drums, this one acoustic guitar, and this one goes, ah! Simple enough, Nami. I mean, you do you. Music on the radio is the most tame and remarkable music they possibly are. Yes! That is why radio music can be good, but it's usually a bit empty. I think that's how I would describe most radio music is it's empty. And that's why some of my favorite stuff I like to find, right? I don't know if you guys do this, but a lot of the things that I like to do is I'll go and have like a quiet day. I have nothing to do. And I will just have the inspiration to spend 9 hours digging and digging for music. It only happens like every couple of months. But I will dig, and I will be stuck here from sunrise to sunset, just digging for new music. And it's like I said, it's rare. It's every couple of months or so, but it happens to me, and I don't know. That's how I find a lot of my stuff. So in the end, most of the stuff I regularly listen to, you guys probably are gonna go, what? What? Are you okay? What? I've never heard of this. Insert random genre here. Pretty Pink Tractor has been posted in, oh my god, it's a real song. Momsy, I do too. I've had the songs where I listen to it 10 hours. I purposely try not to anymore because I will like a song so much that I won't want to listen to it anymore, basically. And I don't know why. My brain kind of doesn't want to do that anymore because I feels like I might lose it, right? I don't know why. It's a really weird thing my brain does. Where it's like I get tired of it and it's like I don't want to play with you anymore, right? Like that meme from Toy Story. I don't want that. So I try to at least, if whenever there's a song I really, really like, I will put it in a playlist with like 5 other songs. To have like a small breather to come back to the song so I can thoroughly enjoy it in comparison to songs that I don't enjoy as much, I guess. Like, I still really like the other music on the playlist. But it's like a build-up to, like, hype for the song I really want to listen to. There's only one song that I think I could listen to. No, there's 2 songs that I think I could listen to until the day I die. And and the rest of them, I just have to do that. And then that one has piano, and that one sounds like a computer. Sound like Corpse All-Star. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. I only listen to the same song over and over again. I can't do that. I just can't do that anymore. At the very least, like I said, I will put it with other songs, or I'll listen to the album the song is on. Because at the very least, if it's the album the song is on, it's like dipping your toes in the same pool. But you're not going in the deep end, right? You're hanging out in the shallow end, and then you're like, all right, time to jump into the deep end. I like some metal, but certain type of metal just aren't my thing. Particularly bands with like Tyler, I understand. There are the funny thing is that some bands like that do have like really good songs, but they're playing the fun thing about bands like that is they're playing into the trope, and they're usually self-aware. And that's kind of the fun thing about it. Usually, when they're not self-aware, you can usually tell in their music, and they have like, I don't want to say the try hard because I mean they're making music, I'm not, but they have a unrefined, I guess. They're unrefined, and they kind of feel like they're stumbling a bit. I don't know. It's hard to really say, but they don't feel right when you listen to them. You can say it is try hard, I guess, but I mean, like I said, I'm not making music. Why does Brie Pink Tractor have a rap segment? I don't know, but now I need to listen to it. Outside of New Jersey, of any New Jersey singer, I tend to rotate quite a bit. So far, it's been a bunch of Hololive songs, even if I don't understand the language. No, Butler, sadly, all the Hololive singers I don't like very much. I like the Niji Sanji singers a lot more. But I don't listen to much of their stuff. I don't actually listen to or pay attention to many within the sphere at all. Purely because I don't have a lot of time. For me, my rotation is very wild. Very, very wild. For about 2 weeks, I was listening to some blues and jazz. Right now, I'm listening to a lot of house and disco. Before that, I was on a binge of listening to the Hunt Showdown soundtrack again, which is technically blues and dark country. And then before that, I was listening to a lot of rock and metal, particularly like the Guilty Gear Strive soundtrack. And then I went on a binge listening to Ghost, with a lot of LOVD, which is folk metal. And before that, my usual favorite, my favorite artist, outside of Daft Punk, my favorite artist is Rikira, and he is my my rebound after I'm done listening to music and I'm like, I need some classics. To me, that's Rikira, and I just go back and I listen to that album for like another 2 weeks straight. Free Disco Arc? I like disco music. You should play that again. I absolutely want to play more Hunt Showdown. Especially because I'm listening to the music again, I do think about playing the game. So don't worry, that's on my mind for sure. Where's your rollerblades? Niho has them. I thought we understood this. I occasionally find something else to listen to on my own, but I got 500 songs I already like, so I'm not often actively hunting for new songs, usually tracking down one I can't fully... maybe I'm the weirdo, because I'm also, I categorize all of the music I find, too. I have playlists for very broad of genres, so that I don't lose them, and I can search through broad form of genres so that I can find them again, and then I have specific playlists for what I'm in the mood for within, like, a 6-month period, and I usually get it to, like, 100 or so, maybe 200 on the large end of songs, and then I start a new playlist of whatever, and then I start over with a new playlist, usually with, like, the last 15 songs or whatever that I was constantly on repeat, because as soon as it gets to the late end of the playlist, it's usually, like, I'm just listening to those, so might as well start a new one, and then, start adding with new music that I keep listening on repeat. I guess I'm a weirdo like that. I don't even need vocals to be good in my opinion. Oh no, I love instrumentals. I love them. I am a sucker for, I mean, video game soundtracks in general usually have some of my favorites, but, what is it? There was something that came on, let me go to my YouTube page. I found a genre called, let me go to my, history. It came into my... Oh, yeah, and I've been listening to a lot of the Hotline Miami. That's right. Hotline Miami, which extends into synthwave, I've been listening to a lot of synthwave and cyberpunk stuff as well. It's called like, what is it called? Like made. I need to find it again. Like made rock or something. It's called made post rock. And it's I just stumbled upon it. It was in my recommendations, but it's incredible. I don't know why specifically they use anime maids as their their personas for all this music, but it's kind of like early 2000s vibes, but it's all instrumental, so it feels like you're listening to kind of like Linkin Park plus like Incubus and all these other like early 2000s like rock stars and new like it's this combination of all these like, it's like a chemical put together of all these early 2000s like rock and stuff bands, and it just sounds really cool. Clickbait? It's not clickbait at all. I don't think so, because if you were to go and if you to look at some of these, like some of these full albums, like they're from like 6 years ago, 8 years ago, and they have like, I don't know, like 300,000 views. If you go to the same artist still posting their music from like 2 weeks ago, some of these albums that they put up, they have like, I don't know, 1.4K views. Hotline Miami is goated. I really do want to play that game at some point. Vocaloid. Vocaloid. I haven't gone down the Vocaloid rabbit hole in a long time. I need to. I really, really like Vocaloids. I hope one day I can go to like Miku Expo or something, because I really do want to go to a Vocaloid concert live. I've gone to so many concerts, but for some reason it always sits in the back of my mind that I really want to go to a Vocaloid one. My favorite Vocaloid is oh, that's a hard one. If I were to think, probably AI. My favorite Vocaloid's probably AI. IA. Probably followed by Gumi. I think those are my two favorites. I could Ezekiel, but I don't know. Like they're rare, right? Especially in the States. So it's gonna, and one day I'll be able to, but probably no time soon. Yeah, Gumi. That's English Gumi. Yeah, Echo and again. I really like Flower and Luca. I don't really like the twins. Of course, everybody likes Miku. You can't go wrong with Miku. Never listened to any Vocaloids. Vocaloids are interesting because almost all Vocaloid music is made by almost all independent artists. If you were to go to a song, some of them are company, or because it's a program anybody can use, right? Or you'll run into somebody like Giga or something, you know, really big names who do the instrumental and then the voices are Miku or whatever. So you can find Vocaloid is weird because Vocaloid is just a way of using vocals, and you can find Vocaloid of every genre out there. It's very neat. Vocaloid is an interesting rabbit hole. Just the songs I like, which is fair. I do have specific artists that make stuff using Vocaloid that is sub to. Yeah, usually the artist makes it into what you like. I will say it's more of the artist than the Vocaloid. Until, like, I don't know. For me, I can hear, like, the voice, I guess, inside it, Vocaloid. And they, of course, they're originally somebody's actual vocals, so it has, like, a tune or a built-in presence, I guess, that you can connect to a little bit. Kind of like, you know, any singer, you can be like, oh, yeah, that's my favorite singer, right? But I will say a lot of it starts with the artist first. It is the grandma of AI art. I only asked the song is because Fumi is the name of a mobile game developer of a gacha game I used to play. Is that another Final Fantasy one? Miku and a few other vocalists collab with the old gacha I played quite a few years ago. I got all of them. Couldn't tell you their names, but I had them. Then I lost my. Oh no! So many gacha games die, and that's sad. Oh, guys, remember when I was gonna? Oh, all right. So I do want to have like a quick conversation about what do you guys want from me? I guess. I have like all the things that I have written down, right? And I kind of want to have like to stream or anything else in money. I can't give you that, officer, especially now that I don't really have a job. Can we get $1,000? Nope. My soul, I don't have one. Monster Hunter, Hunter. I could do more Monster Hunter. So it's kind of like the general of, I have a lot of games to finish, of course. And I kind of want to make like a list of games that I want to finish or games that want to be seen. And then other like stuff that you really want me to like buckle down and do, I guess. More horror. Could definitely do more horror. But it doesn't even have to be just games. It could be anything. It could be things outside of streaming too. Like, we're gonna be having movie nights again soon, where after streams, or if I didn't stream, we'll have movies, and we'll watch, you know, 1 or 2 movies. Or animes and stuff, like, bringing those back. Bad Game Saturday? Bad Game Saturday could absolutely come back. More terrible games. Okay, we could definitely do that. I have, a couple we have to get through still. And then, what else? I do need to make another trip to the retro game store to get some more. The only thing is, what sucks is a lot of my collection I can't play because I don't have an original Xbox. That's still, like, one of my things I'm stumped with. I kind of miss movie nights. Well, Berserker, they are coming back. We do have to finish Golden Compass. And I do have to do Free Man, you're right. But yeah, I kind of want to have, like, a checklist of what I want to get done, or what we want to get done. Maybe more viewer-submitted stuff could be fun. Exactly, Snake Eye, I agree. Like, meme reviews, and, like, try not to laugh. Things like that I definitely want to do. The only thing is, those, especially, I need to have go through people that aren't me. So that requires a lot of coordination. But if that's something we really, really want, I will put in the effort to make sure it gets done. Because even if it's not me or any of the mods going through it, I can still reach out to people to help me. Like, I have a very supportive family and stuff, so I can still have these things happen no matter what. It's just, things like that might require a little bit of work. So if people really want them, just let me know ahead of time. Or we'll build up to it, and we'll have, like, a locked Discord, channel where I can't look at it, but the mods can and stuff, and you can submit things there. Like I said, like, don't laugh. You laugh, you lose challenges and stuff. Like, we could do that, for sure. I missed out on the movie nights? Well, Raymond, not anymore. They're coming back. Can finish fast so you can continue longer games. The only thing I will say, I need to go back and really look through all of the games that I haven't finished. Because there are some I will say I don't think I want to go back to. Not entirely because I, like, didn't enjoy it. It's kind of like thinking of, it's either I didn't feel like it really was enjoyable for people to watch, or it was so enjoyable for me that I want to play by myself. There are some games that have come up with that, and there are a lot of games out there that have a really big, the experience is different depending on how you play it, and there are some that just need to be played by yourself. And there are a couple of games that I've played in the past that I think has happened with that, and I think that's what will happen with them, and I won't go back to them on stream. Except RE0. Oh yeah, RE0 I'll probably rather... I do not know how I would go back to play RE0. I do not know what it would take. Exactly, Ezekiel. Hexsinger? No, Metal Hellsinger will probably come back. Beowulf is not coming back. Yeah. But, I mean, outside of just the streaming, right? It's what else do you want from me to put more effort into the long run and the immediate future? Fire Emblem? Fire Emblem, I still don't know if people liked watching. I felt like people didn't really like it very much because it was a lot of, might have been too slow paced for people to enjoy. I don't know. Fire Emblem, I don't know if people like. Is that why we have got bad rat stream? The reason why, because I want to play by myself, it looks so good. No, it's just because I want to have a lot more fun with stuff like that. I didn't mind. Ninja Guy is coming back because I still have to get first place in the speedrun. Nami, I have not, but I did try. You can't say I didn't. I tried to feed you guys through the camera with my spicy cake. You know I tried. But I did not try via teleportation. That is what I have to try. But it's stuff when I say like long term versus immediate future, I mean like immediate future could be like, we want more movie nights. Maybe when you're working on a thumbnail, let us watch, right? Maybe be in the Discord a little more and let us watch you draw. Or if you're watching an anime, you know, share it. Or it could be something like, hey, maybe every, you know, once a month we have a community game night where we play Jackbox or Among Us or something. It could be more, let me think. It could be like I don't know. There's so many possibilities of like immediate future stuff. I need more ideas. But you get what I'm saying, right? And then long term, you could be like, oh, we want to see like a big project that you guys would like to see. Like we want to see more creative streams that you put in like a lot of effort in. Say you want to see like another example Easy Bake Oven stream. Or you want to see me finally get around to doing a book reading. Like what, like I kind of want to try to see like make a priority list of things that people want. So I guess this is me reaching out for feedback of what you want now and what you want to see sometime soon, I guess. Because it could be, you know, because when I'm not streaming, the factor that I'm going full time, right? When I'm not streaming, I'm going to be working on other projects. So it could be the big long projects. We finally want to hear a vocal cover, right? The big long project, we finally want to hear or watch the ASMR stream. We want a cooking stream. We want edited videos. We want a clip channel. You know, it could there's so many possibilities, and when I'm just trying to put some ideas out there. But what happens with Germa collab win, I goddamn wish. That is a dream, Berserker. I hope one day he realizes I exist. But like I said, I wanna put these ideas out there and let you guys have the thought process and stuff going in your mind to hopefully give me some feedback in what you would like to see. Because one problem I have personally is I have all these ideas and things I want to do, but I try to do them all at the same time, or I get overwhelmed because I can't control what I'm thinking about. My ADHD kind of gets a little crazy because I start thinking of one thing, and then I have all these ideas, and then I go to bed and I wake up and I don't know where to start. You know, all these things happen, and when I'm a person where if I have like a checklist of what people, especially if you guys tell me, if I have a checklist of like, okay, wake up, this week we are working on learning how to audio mix for the next, for our first, cover, right? If that's what people want, I will have this checklist and I will start this checklist. But if I don't have like a focus, I get very, very lost. So one of my biggest things I appreciate about you guys is a lot of you are very vocal about what you want. And so I'm trying to just be like transparent and communicate with you guys. That I hope you guys aren't afraid to tell me what you want, basically. Because like I said, I like having a focus, and especially when it comes to you guys, I want to make sure I do what you guys want to see, and I want to make sure I involve you, right? Because one of my biggest things when it comes to being the stream or the community in general is you guys are 100% just as big and important as I am. Despite the fact that, you know, I may be the puppet master, you guys are still, you know, my backup dancers, my crowd cheering. You are the stage director. Like, you guys do so much for me than you think. And I really hope that, you know, comes across to you guys. So I just hope you guys are there to help point me in the directions of what you would like to see. We'll need more subs to get noticed. We'll need more subs to get noticed by bigger channels. This is very true. I want to see Brie have fun. Aw, not me. I will always have fun. I will always have fun. If I am with you guys, I will be having fun. Well, like me with my own ideas, I think it happens to everyone, Raymond. I think it does happen to everyone. Which is why, if I have you guys there with me, I think it will go a lot better. How long would it take to put together YouTube shorts or clip comps? Would it be possible to make them semi-consistently, and if so, is there a way we could aid you in that somehow? Username, yes. So I can. My biggest problem when it comes to YouTube shorts or clips, I don't know what you think is funny. I know what I think is funny. So, when you guys share clips, or you recall moments you enjoy, like if you were to go and just say in the chat, like, haha, I can't believe she said that, or write this down on her tombstone, you know, make fun of me or whatever, that's a pretty good notification of you guys thought something I did was funny. And then, of course, making your own clips, when you guys put it in the Discord and stuff, it lets me know and understand more of what you like. So, you don't, like, you don't have to do, like, clips or whatever, right? That's my job. But you can if you want. But, it's just, I guess, being a little bit more, you know, you don't have to. I feel really bad when I ask of something of you guys, because I don't want to, like, feel like you can't enjoy the moment and you have to go and, like, haha, she was funny. But, when you just give me a little bit of feedback, it helps. I guess that's it. Simple. That's very true. Portal stream? I would love to do a Portal stream. Absolutely. I hate puzzles. I'm not a fan of slow-paced games, or I like your stream, so I watch either way. Ezekiel, that makes my heart so full. I also agree. I like slow-paced games, but I feel bad when people watch me play. I think I got you Portal. I think you did. I owned Portal. I owned Portal 2 already. I think you got me Portal 1. I know YouTube is really pushing shorts, trying to make TikTok's market, and because of that, shorts can net. Shorts do net a lot of subs, but I don't know what. I don't know how to do that. I know how to make the shorts. I know how to use my recording programs to make them, and how to port them from my PC to my phone to put them on YouTube. I know how to do that. What I don't know is how to use that. I don't know how, like, I know the technical. I don't know how to capitalize on the culture of shorts, aka TikToks. Because when you go to watch them, it's always like people have like a song going and they're like mouthing to it and they make like little scenarios or something. I don't get it. I really don't understand you kids these days. So when it comes to shorts, I can post shorts like as clips and stuff, but I really don't know how to actually make funny shorts. So when it comes to something like making shorts, if you guys put ideas in the Discord, I would also appreciate that. There's even a Discord specifically for ideas, for community ideas. So if you see like a funny TikTok and you think this would be funny if it was Brie, or I could imagine Brie in situations like this, and you put them in the ideas rather than in just the share, it lets me know specifically that you would like to see something close to this as me, right? Or I know I can see Brie doing this or whatever. When you be more narrow with what you're sharing with me, basically is what helps. Hi, Troll C, good to see you. Peaches, I don't know what this is. What? It's one of my only shorts that are ingrained in my brain. Ezekiel, my Ara Ara short was because I didn't understand what people wanted from me. I thought we hit a milestone, alright? And what was it? It was like 400 subs that we reached when we made that short. But I thought I was giving in to the trend. I thought I was giving into the trend because that was like what was going on around that time. So I was like, alright, I will do the Ara Ara because that's what people find funny or whatever. I hate it. I hate it so much. I should do an updated one, actually. That could be something. I should do an Ara Ara that I think is more appropriate. I was giving into peer pressure, yes. You don't lump me in with other Zoomers. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that to you. The channels I've seen doing shorts, I've basically used them as mini advertisement for videos since the just shorts don't bring views to the rest of the channel. I could do that, like Matt, like, yeah, I could make quick comps to put in my shorts. Awa. Awa, awa. Alright, somebody shoot me because I said that. Yeah, like, I could put clips together in shorts. That's fine. But actually making a short, like a 60-second funny thing, or a 60-second scenario or whatever, I don't know how to do that. I am not a person that likes being scripted. I am very much a person that likes being impromptu. So, I don't know how to do scripted content very well. So if it comes to that, like I said, just share with things you find funny. You know, TikToks, YouTube videos that you like. Because usually YouTube videos, if they weren't a live stream, they're edited videos. So if you share like, oh, I found this funny 10-minute playthrough of this game, it gives me an idea of what you like to see as an edited video of how the pacing and the cuts are, effects. Like, it lets me understand more of what you want to see and how I can learn from like that YouTube video to put effort and change up what I do to make it more appeal to you. Ora, 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 ora! I send you to the mines. Oh no, clips would probably work best since you're a streamer. Actually, that's true. I mean, clips would be fine. I sort of did it with TikTok a little bit, but I was working, so I kind of gave up. Better hit the VODs. Yeah, if I were to make, like I said, I need to have a clear line of what people want. Because if you want clips and shorts, I can do that. But I will be doing clips and shorts for like a month, right? And then we'll have a clips channel, or we'll have them as shorts only to categorize them. You know, stuff I like to do like that because I don't like mess. And I will get that done, but that means that I'm going to focus on one thing to make sure it gets done. I'm working 2 minds now. Because that's just how, like I said, that's how my brain works. I want to get stuff done. So if we want, like, edited videos and clips, I will do that. Find embarrassing Brie moments, do it. I don't know how far I will go back as well when it comes to clips. Because I do have to download my old VODs and clip them. And that takes a lot of time. So I will probably go, like, only a year back, which is still a lot. Maybe 6 months instead, I don't know. I will have to really figure out how I'm gonna do it. But I don't know how far I'll go back. Because I stream a lot. I have streamed a lot. Was Brie getting caught in 4K from her Twitter? You know what? Something like that, if you were to... That's something I would probably pay Mossy to make a meme. Mossy would probably be able to capitalize on a moment like that better than I could. He knows how to make fun of me a bit better. But yeah, like I said, don't have to figure it out now. I'll make a community post and I'll tweet about it. You know, what do you mean what? I don't think you need to pay him. Here's the thing, Nightmare. I don't want any good deed go unpunished, so I would definitely make sure I at least repay him somehow. But yeah, we are just getting started. I probably won't fully buckle down until the start of next month, just so that I can have a period of respite from my work, because I'm coming out of working 10-hour shifts about every other day with 8 hours. You know, I went like 10, 8, 10, 8 out. With sometimes a 12 in there. So I'm going from working pretty long hours, not working. So I'm basically gonna have my phone keep my camera. I'm basically gonna keep I'm dying. I'm basically gonna have a small vacation where I'm still streaming, but I'm not gonna be doing much outside of it for probably till the start of next month, and then it's gonna go. I'm going hardcore. Make a clip out of the ring-a-ding time corpse spin with. That would be a very good one, Nami. I agree. That would definitely be a very, very good one. But yeah, I'm gonna make like a community post, a tweet. I'll post it in the Discord too of, if you guys want to put in a little effort, and help me out, that sounds kind of mean. If you guys want to help me out, you don't have to. I'll make a post about it, and you guys can, you know, have some time to like share your opinions and your thoughts, so that I can start on a direction where we're all happy with what's happening, and a coordinated amount of, you know, community effort, I guess. You've earned some rest. I hope so. There is one thing I really want to do. I don't think I'll do it my very first, like, big buckle down will probably not be a cover song as much as I want to, because I want to put in a lot of effort to learn to mix stuff myself instead of having to pay anybody for it. And so I think that's going to be my passive learning next to whatever the big focus on is. So if you guys have interest in that, you can also share any information you have regarding that, I guess. But I think that's like the big project I kind of want to learn and get done by the end of the year, is learning to mix audio and stuff. So I think that's the only thing that I will say I'm guaranteed to be working on until I figure it out and get it done. I guess. So, because I really like to sing, so I want to make sure I make the most of it. And then what else? Oh yeah, I still also we still have to finish all the quota from the 1K stream, which we'll also get done. I'm gonna make sure we get done for sure. Probably not very soon, but soon. Probably within next month. I have to do Ninja Guy, hand can stream with Gundams, storybook time, and what else did I miss? Art stream. The thicket wasn't on the 1K stream, but I will still do it. I'll do it with one of the other streams I'm gonna do, that I still owe. Oh, and I have to get Ninja Guide #1. I got a couple of things I owe. Which, have been great for them since your singing is very good. Ezekiel, that makes me very happy to, I think I'm good. Because I just enjoy doing it. So it's more of a guilty pleasure that I'm making you guys involved in. Because I like to sing and that's it. But I still want to make something... What would the word be? Artistically pleasing to me. Because I've never entered the art form of music before as a creative aspect, just an indulging aspect. So if I am to go down that road, I want to learn it as the art form. So which is why I want to learn the actual mixing and audio process of it. I really hope the one day that I can like get maybe vocal lessons or something, but that's a lot of money. Art stream you stay? Yeah, so the other thing I'm also going to be passively working on is another career path I'm going to be trying to take. And I'm thinking about involving you guys in it specifically with art. I think I might involve more art streams with that, but the art stream specifically that I owe is just me doing a physical piece of art that I have to send out. And it could be anything. The winner never contacted me again, so I might pick a new or something. I'm not sure because they haven't been around since I think like a week after that stream. I'll message them more time, I guess, because I messaged them like I don't know. I'll have to see. Repop. There's a first friend. Exactly, Ezekiel. Do I have to pay you? No. If you want a commission piece, you do. For the art stream, I could do art streams with commission pieces. That might be fun. If I open up commissions again and I do them on stream, that could be something I could do. I don't know. Like I said, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff we could do. I just hope you guys let me know what you want me to do. That's really what I wanted to talk about. And then I started talking about fruits and banana. Dude, that's like one of my favorite things I've seen you do is the improvised thumbnails like you do with the ninja. Man, I am so stuffy. Being outside kills me. I could do that. Nightmare. I could do MS Paint nights, I guess. What if I don't want to pay? Might be a little rough with that one. Is there how much commissions are anywhere on Discord? Yes. My commissions are underneath Brie Art Archive and in the pinned messages. That is where you can find my art archive. I was gonna call it Vpop, but most people's brands probably wouldn't go with Viking first. What would V? Most people, when they put a letter in front of the genre, it's based on their like the country it comes out of. You know, K-pop, J-pop, whatever, Europop. So, what would Vpop be from? More concerned about payment method. N-pop? What is it? What is N-pop? More concerned about payment method. Well, it's over the internet, so it would have to be over ways of the internet. I love you all, but I do have to eat, so if I were to do commissions, I would hope people would pay from the island. I guess so. What else? I guess if you guys really want to stay like on the music topic, you could always send songs of like in community ideas. Just send a song and be like, I could see Brie doing this. Right? That's the whole point of the community ideas. It's just if you correlate sounds like a terrible alcoholic beverage. I want some Coralite. If there's anything you ever correlate to, like, oh yeah, I could see Brie or whatever, just throw it in community ideas, and I would appreciate it. Eating is pretty important. I just, you know what, Ezekiel? I would actually be pretty impressed. I would be pretty impressed. Pigeon, send me money. Yeah, oh, I forgot to put the live at redacted. You are bless redacted. Without the YouTube overlord smite. I could, but I couldn't keep it, Berserker. If I were to do a music listening stream, I would have to immediately delete it. Normally when we do like karaoke streams, because it's basically MIDI versions of most of the songs, they usually don't get claimed right away, and I have time to save them. But when it comes to actually listening to the songs, a bit more dangerous. No worries, Raymond. I don't even have commissions opened right now. When the time comes, I'll reopen them. But for now, not at the moment. Like I said, I'm gonna be taking a little bit of a vacation before I start working at my computer 24/7, so it's gonna be a little bit. Like I said, probably sometime next month. So in a week or so. What? What do you mean, what? If I were to do a music listening stream, actually, I would probably do it on Twitch, because I don't give any semblance of care about Twitch. So I could probably use my Twitch account and just let it die. I really don't care about it, so I could just let it die. As long as you don't overdo it. I'm not. Nightmare, I'm going to treat it like a classic job. So no matter what I do, it'll be 8 to 12 hours of working. Working does not entail always streaming, though. Like I said, I'm gonna be working on other projects too for you guys. So if I stream for like only 4 hours, then think of it not as, you know, oh, what is she doing? You have to think of it more of, I'm gonna be spending those other 4 hours working on other things. So if, say, you wanted the hand cam stream, I'm gonna be working on assets for that, right? Hi, Tiberian! No, we still need to throw things at you. Oh, that's right, that's what the Twitch account's for. I need to check on that. I need to check on that program, to see if they updated it. Because last time, when I got the program, they had to turn off YouTube because it didn't work properly, because YouTube has like a thing where it uses like a specific kind of server or whatever for its commands, like the chat and stuff. So it would break because they would take in the inputs from everyone's chat instead of like a single chat. I don't know. It was like programming wumbo jumbo. I don't know. So I'll have to see if they figured it out, because they were trying to make that program work on YouTube. I hope they have it soon, because like I said, I don't want to do anything on Twitch. I don't even want to have to use the chat on Twitch. Of course it does. Yeah, but I mean, with that, even, like I said, I don't care about the Twitch. So if we want to do some crazy things, we could always use my Twitch account. If we want to do, like, I don't know, video games that YouTube might not like. Like, they really are wishy-washy about that Mortuary Assistant, game, that horror game that came out not too long ago. They were really wishy-washy on who could play it and who couldn't. You know, they kept getting demonetized, but they weren't demonetized. Like, if we want to do it without any thought, do it on Twitch. No, Nami. No. That's not even allowed on Twitch. You finally play a Ride to Hell then. I mean, we do still have Peppa. We do have the beautiful censorship ability of Peppa. I said hi, Tiberian, right? I don't know if I did. I don't know where I am sometimes. But I mean, the same thing keeps going. Like, if you... I did, okay. I mean, the same thing keeps going. Like, older games that they didn't care as much, I could do that too. We played Conan on here and I didn't get in trouble, so there's probably, you know, a little bit of lenience somewhere on the old stuff. Try that nude site. I don't really want to use Kick yet. Kick is still concerning of a platform for me. I need to see where it goes first. Raymond, I have too. I've seen others play Mortuary Assistant on stream. But the thing is that it's wishy-washy. Like I said, of who gets in trouble and who doesn't with the game. It's happens all the time. And sadly, it's better to be safe than sorry most of the time. What's Kick? Try Odyssey? I don't know what Odyssey is. Hi, Satrio. You're okay. Kick is the newer streaming website that, the guy who made it, he's some sort of dude, bro. Who I don't like very much, but he was one of the ones that made it. He's the one that streamed the Super Bowl on it and is getting, like, super sued, I think, or, like, got in really big trouble. He also streamed the big, how should I... unsay-so stuff on that website. And because it's unsay-so, is allowed there, I don't know if I want to be there. It's a streaming site that YouTube's cloned for some reason? I don't know. I've never heard of it then. I'm gonna have to check it out. Odyssey is a decent platform? I'll look into it. I mean, right now, though, I will say those sites would only be for secondhand. I will forever be on YouTube. Until YouTube burns, probably, and does something really bad, I will be on YouTube for sure. You get VODs there? Oh, you do get VODs? Wow, that's impressive. Do they go away after time, though? Is it like Twitch? That's the question. Here in Hungary, you only need to censor a few. I don't know. Like, permanently. Ooh, okay. That's the kind of stuff I like to hear. I like that. It's a YouTube clone. As long as it's not a Twitch clone. It's a banger game, though. I trust you. I trust you. Even jokes aside. Upload videos. Interesting. I'm surprised I've never heard of it before. I'm gonna have to put more effort into looking into this. I'm breaking things. Breaking things. Come here. Come back. Come on. God. Man, I'm getting pretty stuffy. If I would get any other channel in trouble. That makes sense, Ezekiel. Like I said, having a secondary, like, offhand thing for utility would be nice. But I have to keep in mind when I would do if I do something like that, if it's not like Twitch or YouTube, not one of the big two, or Facebook, I guess, because that's the other one, or TikTok. Big four? Because you could stream on TikTok now. Anyway, if it's not the big ones, you don't really grow on them, and they would be for secondhand utility. It would be for uploading VODs or clips, playing games that we can't normally play. It would be for you guys, not us. Or not new guys. It would be for us, not new guys. Ugh. Name themselves after a book by Homer Simpson? Patrio, yes! I saw that it got released. I heard good things about it from people, and it's on my wish list. I'll play it eventually. I really like Mega Man, so I wouldn't mind trying it at some point. But yeah. Too much else. No worries, Butterbee. I am nearing the end, for me, I still have family here, and I will be doing stuff with them tomorrow. And like I said, I'm gonna have a mini vacation where I'm gonna take, like, I'm still gonna have, you know, I'm probably gonna switch, I might switch the days that I have off to correlate with the days my family has off. But at the very least, I'll still be taking, like, the usual, like, 2 days off. And I'm gonna be having this respite period. I'm still gonna be streaming, of course, but I'm not gonna be, like I said, booking, you know, slamming down on the other projects I want to do yet. I'm gonna stream, you know, 4 to 8 hours, and then relax for the rest for now. And then we're gonna start really, really pushing to get stuff out there. So, copy any video to Odyssey you upload on YouTube automatically, but I may be thinking of another site. If they do that, then that would be pretty awesome. I have breakfast in half an hour. Well, I hope it's delicious, and I hope I didn't keep you awake for, like, until the new day. If whatever reason people want to mess with you, pretty sure Odyssey doesn't take videos down if you get flagged. Really? Huh, that's new. Yeah, I don't know. What else? When will you be completely free? Monday? No, Tuesday. Tuesday. Today and tomorrow is a lot of family stuff. Tuesday is probably when I'm gonna start doing longer streams. And then, starting next month, I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be still doing longer streams, but I'm gonna be working on projects. That's kind of the plan. I still don't know the times, because I'm still very active with the family specifically. And sometimes I have to, like, babysit and stuff. So, times are not guaranteed yet. That is when I'm going to be figuring out, for the rest of this weekend, and probably Monday. Discussing with the family while they're here and what we're going to do. And then, like I said, by at least the first-ish, is when everything will hopefully be fleshed out, and we will be, you know, just going straight down the line. Like, stream projects, Tiberian, for us. Like I was talking about it earlier, it's gonna be like, me learning, like, my passive project that I'm gonna be working on probably until, you know, for me is gonna be like, I want to learn audio mixing and music, to focus on that aspect, whereas other big projects will be, like, events and stuff. I probably won't have anything ready, like, big, as I like to do. I won't have anything ready probably by my birthday or anything, but hopefully things in the future. And, you know, things I owe, and a lot of stuff. We discussed a lot of things, a lot of stuff around the corner. I'll be very busy. I will be switching over to a whole new grind, and I am very, very excited about it. As I've said before, this is what I like to do, and I want to make sure you know, you guys enjoy it just as much as I do. Probably learn a bit alongside you. Audio mixing, specifically anything audio, is probably the most difficult. One of the most difficult things I have tried to tackle ever. Because for some reason, there's not as much information as you think about audio out there as you'd like. Most things that have, like, you can Google it and you can find it. For some reason with audio, you cannot do that. Nothing has been more difficult than trying to figure out just simple audio questions about my stream. Audio is going to be difficult, but I look forward to tackling it. I'm thinking, even with audio mixing, of just taking, like, a college course on audio. That'd be cool, Tiberian. Just make it sound right, forehead. I'm trying. But yeah, with the free time, I'm thinking even of just doing, like, one summer class to try to figure out how to do stuff. Reverse ASMR? What do you mean? Just scream really loud for an hour? Wish everything was tough so I didn't have to get annoyed about it. Oh, if only it was that simple. You'll be learning something new. I'll try something new as well since it's almost done with my college semester. Ezekiel, if you like. That's a good way to try to get motivated for stuff. You do that already, though. Exactly. That's why I don't understand. I already scream so much. Kind of my thing. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to do. Like I said, I'm gonna be taking some time, try to make a course, a set direction of how I want things to go, because I get to do that now. So, like I said, any ideas that you want to see from me, anything you can think of that just like you put Brie and the thing together and you just put it in the Discord, it helps me out so much. And I really appreciate that. Any sort of feedback or vocalization, I really appreciate. I also will hopefully be more active in trying to figure out how to use social media. Because like I said, I don't know how to use Twitter specifically very well. But I am going to do my best with social media, especially. Now that I'm going to be home, like I said, I'm 100% going to be having at least 8 hours a day working on stream stuff and stuff for you guys. I will be at the computer. So even, I will be able to answer messages easier. I'll try to spark conversations where I can, even though I'm very bad at it, because I'm a person that gets distracted very easily by buckling down on one thing. But I will at least be online. People can message me. You can at me. You can Twitter message me. Whatever. I don't care. I will be around. So that's definitely something that's going to be changing. Arctic phone? I could do Arctic phone. Like I said, if you want to have like a community game night, I'm so down. We haven't had one of those in a very long time. But we used to have like every now and then Jackboxes and stuff. So if we want to have like Arctic phone, Among Us, Jackbox, I don't know, whatever, I'm down. Instead of whisper, it's death metal screams. Instead of tapping things, you break them. I don't know. Alright. I mean, I have the free time, Tiberian, around the corner. It's less of being scared, and it's more of having to... I don't want this to sound mean. Prioritize a different thing. Because my priority when it comes to what I do isn't stuff with other people just for stuff with other people. I want to focus on you guys. Yeah, I want to focus on you guys, but I kind of want to... I don't want to specifically say I don't want collabs or people working with me. I want the stuff that I do for you guys. When it comes to basic collabs, normally it's people are there to watch someone interact with someone else, and that's kind of it. Whereas if I were to do collabs, I want them to be with people I connected with, for one, and then it's projects and something with substance rather than just playing a game with them, I guess. Because to me, if I just play a game with someone I don't really know, or just play a game, it could be fairly empty. Whereas if we set aside and be like, I don't know, it's really hard to explain how I see it. Ezekiel, that's the thing. It's like, I don't mind collabing. I see it differently. I want it to have weight, I guess, is the very simplest way I can say it. And that's all I want. I want weight. You want to get serious about Apex? I don't know. Tiberian, I am a very competitive person. And I naturally want one of the things I've always thought about is being a competitive gamer. And I would like to experience it, and I don't know about getting serious until I dip my toe. So I could, with Space Cat, dip my toe probably. But the reason why I say I don't know is because if you look at people who did competitive gaming before, or try to get serious about anything competitive, they don't do it anymore. They get burnt out, and that's my biggest worry, I guess. And then I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard process because I always thought, and I always wanted to be competitive in gaming, but it's something that because especially recently, I've questioned that thought process. I don't know. It's something I really have to think about. Because on the other side of the coin as well is I like variety, and I like doing a lot of things with you guys, and I like having events, and I like things that are special, and I like having experience with you guys. I feel like, especially with you guys, it would get stale if I tried to be competitive, because then it would turn into every stream or every other stream is playing one game, and I don't know if that would be fun. I don't feel like it. I feel like you'll get lost. I don't know. It's a very tricky. No worries. if you have to go to Tiberian, it's okay. But so just to wrap it up, it's something I have to think about. Did the tabletop fall through? No. With that berserker, we're all just human, and life happens, and we try to plan around everyone. It's a group of 4. 5? Am I human? It's a group of people who have to, have their own lives. All of us live, every single one of the people playing in that live in a different country. So it takes a lot of planning. So it's not dead. It's nowhere near dead. It's just, it can be a little rough sometimes. But it's gonna come back, don't worry. Typical D&D thing happens. Yeah. I mean, we were gonna play this Wednesday, but sadly, it's just like I said, all of us are in different countries, and we all have different things that come up. That's 4. Thank you. Sometimes I think my shadow's a person. Then we're a human. I don't know. All doing things? That's good to hear, Ezekiel. See, something like that feedback is very, very good to hear. We were in the same town. Yeah, D&D can be rough because humans are human. You never know. I got a job, lost a job, got a job, lose a job. It goes, things go back and forth. I had one with my immediate family that fell through. Why did that happen? Sister Elska had a child. Like, life will happen no matter what. So you can't, what you can, it is what it is. Yeah, but competitive gaming, it's something I really have to think about. Because if I go to look at people that I really, really like watching, they become a different person, especially. And I don't know, and their community changes and stuff. It's a hard thing to think about. Very, very hard thing. But I think the easy and safe answer for me is I will probably not go into competitive gaming on stream. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. It's a very, very hard question. I like being competitive. I wanna hit pred all the time, but I always feel like there's just not enough time to do everything I want, and I would rather leave behind the competitive nature to be able to do other things that I want to do. And I think that's the flat underlying thing. Nightmare, I'm the opposite. I like being competitive. I like aiming for the top. If you want some nerdy, stupid stuff, even in PvE content, I like being as try hard as I can. I was so stupid. I was one of the best players on my World of Warcraft realm for about a year and a half. Just a little bit before I started streaming. Because right before I started streaming, I quit. I did a lot of stuff. Before I got my own Apex account, I grinded the crap out of that game on the family account, and I just, like, I did a lot. I tried being competitive. I got my PS4 Street Fighter account. We don't want to talk about that. But Apache, you are. I am nearing the end, but I'm glad to see you on a career level. Career level? I don't think so. Because Nightmare is the same thing of, would you hate baseball if you joined a baseball team? I mean, you might a little bit because a job's a job, but you made that your goal in your career and you worked for it, right? And you're where you want to be. I mean, there's days always you're going to hate your career or your job that you worked for, but, you know, I don't feel like anybody that plays basketball or you know, golf hates it, right? Maybe they'll have bad days, but esports to me is sports. I will stand by that. Sports on a different level, just like how chess is technically a sport. Even though they are sitting at a table moving pieces, esports to me is actually a sport. You are using reflexes, knowledge, and so many other things. Reaction time. So I do see it as a sport, just like how chess is technically a sport. So it's the same thing of if you're on a team, or if you're playing alone, for example. If you're playing a fighting game, you're all by yourself. That's a lot of pressure on one person. But yeah, I still think it's a sport. And I think it's the same as if you were to be a competitive chess player, competitive baseball player, you were to play football, whatever. You're just part of a team and you're doing a sport. Competitive might get boring to watch. It could for some people. I personally like competitive sports. I like competitive esports. Sometimes even things I legitimately have no care about, I will throw on the esports just because I want to support it. But sometimes even things I really don't care about will have cool things happen. I don't play CSGO at all. But I remember not too long ago, like, I threw on, like, the CSGO championships or whatever. I really don't know what it even was. I was like, dang, hey, it's cool watching people get hyped, right? It's cool watching, sometimes not just for the sport, but sometimes for, like, the players and the watchers, right? I don't know. It's interesting. I like esports. Viking esports team when? I would, if I had the money, Huaki, if I was like a good, like bring back one of my other favorites, Moist Critical's doing in his Moist Esports. If I had the money, I would be doing that. Because I want to make sure that I wish I could put in my 2 cents in that community, in that world, but the only way I can really do it is by watching. But try to get competitive gets boring no matter how much I like the game. Yeah, I understand, especially because it's just like anything. You're gonna plateau, you're gonna hit walls and stuff, and I completely understand. I'm a person that also likes stepping away and trying something new, stepping away, going to something I like, you know, regularly, you know, taking a break. And whatever, you know, just change of pace is what I wanted to do for this month. Next month, I want to sit there and I want to play Cookie Clicker for 8 months. I don't know. Competitive isn't always what people want to do. Sports have the same problem as esports. The rules always seem to change to make theirs safe and more accessible. Berserker, I do agree there. But for the sports I specifically look at, it hasn't been too big. I mainly focus on fighting games, of course, of what I watch. They've only had one rule change recently that's caused a hup up in, like, couple of years. And that was, like 2 weeks ago. They banned, Capcom banned hitboxes from their tournament. Their tournament for Street Fighter 6. That was the only hop-up that I've seen recently of rule changes, and it's only specifically for Street Fighter in their tournament of Capcom's specifically run tournament. Nowhere else, just Capcom's Fighter tournament. I don't know. Like, I can't really think of a lot of within the circle that I watch of things changing. Hitboxes. So you know when I was playing Street Fighter 6 the other night on the PS5, my hitbox didn't work. What is that again? So hitboxes is the specific name brand of a type of controller. And they use all buttons. So if you were to go in an arcade and you go to a fighting game machine, if you go to Street Fighter 2 at your local arcade, it has the stick and the 6 buttons. If you were to change that stick into WASD, that's a hitbox. Yeah, so it's WASD and your 6 buttons. That's the simplest way I could say it. So it's all buttons. So with hitboxes, they are specifically made in a way that the inputs, or if you were to press 2 buttons together of up, of crouch and jump, it, I think it always makes it read crouch or jump. Is it? It's one or the other. And it specifically is an advantage, technically, a very minor advantage for charge characters in fighting games. Charge characters have to hold a button and then press the opposite button to make things happen. So if you hold down, then you flick up and you do a special move. And there was advantage technically within a hitbox with the inputs being able to be read a specific way. Of like, it was like, it's a small advantage. It's like a millisecond or something, like a little over a millisecond of input to like charge the move faster. So they banned hitboxes because of that. Seen as a layman because of how they use a chart character. Yeah, see, Butler knows. But it's specifically that brand, hitbox. That brand, hitbox, always reads that way. All button controllers are not banned. It is hitboxes that read that way. I do not know how are they going to hitboxes is a general term like the name brand, but the controllers that in general are not banned, I do not know how they are going to regulate it other than banning the button layout, because I guess they have to test it. I really don't know how it will work, because if I were to plug in my hitbox, I don't think it's a different manufacturer and a different motherboard in it. I don't think it reads that way. So I don't know if, like, I don't know how they're gonna regulate it. Like, that's why it's like all a hup up. I really don't know how it's gonna work. Top pros usually take away the fun, in my opinion. Berserker, they do for some games, which is what's frustrating. If I were to say go look at Apex, Apex is the pretty prime example. That's why Lifeline is still a useless character. And it's frustrating. Lifeline on the shared account that I had with brother Elska, when I originally started playing Apex the first time, that was the character I played the most. Now she sucks. Have hitbox been dominating? No, not entirely. Actually, if you were to go look at the most popular controller used in tournaments, depending on game, I would say majority of them of, say, Street Fighter, it's still pads. You're still PlayStation pads. I think Guilty Gear is the same. I think it's still PlayStation pads. Tekken is fight sticks. It is sticks and buttons. That is because of wave dashing. You can't really do it on other controllers very well. Smash Brothers, they only use GameCube controllers. You know, it's all very specific to game usually. It is a very strange ban, but like I said, it's specifically Street Fighter only Capcom Pro Tour. So, like I said, I don't know. I can still use my controller, my normal controller. I can walk up and play Strive in their Arc tournament and be fine. But it's only Capcom that they... Yeah, Ezekiel, it is usually FPSs that are the worst when it comes to balance changes. I can 100% agree. I can't speak very much on FPSs broadly because I don't play them mainly. Funny enough, the only FPS I play is Apex. Any other FPS that I've played, I am brand new to them usually. The only other FPSs outside of the ones, if I have not played them, besides the ones I played on stream, Apex is technically the first that I put in the time in. Before that, I played a little bit of Halo and Titanfall 2 and I played like Overwatch for like a day. I really didn't play very many FPSs. That like it's basically Apex is usually what I stand by being my quote-unquote first game because it's the one I put in effort to learn rather than just shoot things. Because even when I played Titanfall 2 for the first time, you know, I was new to video games, so I played on like easy. So I don't really play FPSs. Funny enough. Until now. But yeah. Man, we went in a rabbit hole. We went in a rabbit hole talking about competitive gaming. Dang. GoldenEye? That's something I want to do, too. Yeah. Well, you reminded me of another thing. I want to play older games so I can be like you little millennials and play the games you guys played. Titanfall 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. I've actually, funny enough, like I commented not too long ago about it, but I want to go back and play some of my favorite games to kind of experience it with you guys. And I don't think we've ever played a game outside of like Apex, a multiplayer game, or World of Warcraft, another multiplayer game that I've played before on stream. And I feel like that might be interesting if you guys get to watch me like, you know, nerd out about games I really like. So I have been thinking about playing games, some of my favorite games of all time. Third-person shooters? I actually don't think I've played third-person shooters before. I agree, officer. Yeah, I can't think of have I played a third-person shooter yet? I don't think I have. You go out. Yeah, I also been thinking about like having a kind of have I do want to play Gears of War. That's one of like the, you know, like I said, the millennial games I didn't get to play. Yeah, I can make like a list of all my favorite stuff. I already know, I've said it before, my specific favorite game of all time is Dragon Age Origins. And then I kind of have to figure out how I want to list the rest of my favorite games. Because like I said, I'm a weirdo. Outside of, like the bad games and stuff that I've been collecting, the only games I really got out of my way for to buy for myself to keep and preserve are the games that are my favorite. I keep them physically on purpose for that reason. So that's very easy. I could turn around and just be like, oh yeah, here's a couple of my favorite games. I do the same thing with movies and music. Yeah, I kind of want to make a list of some of my favorite games, and I think it might be fun if we play like a handful of them and beat them and go through them. Where you can see a little piece of me, I guess. A very specific piece of me. The RE games do count. You're right, the RE games do count. 2 and 4 count. 7 and 8 don't. Those are first person. But 2 and 4 count. Still love the elves of Dragon Age. They are some of the most unique elves I've run into in a fantasy game. So I could agree, Apache. I do like the elves and the elf lore in Dragon Age. The Modern Warfare games, I have actually, like, I've never played a Call of Duty game, But I know the Modern Warfare 2 remake or whatever was supposed to be a very, very good story. Single player, and I would like to play that at some point. I think we're all weirdos. Understandable. The only way I would attract anyone if they're weirdos too. Please be safe, Apache. Trying to wipe the dust off my old memory. Yeah, I need to make a list of like all my favorite games. I know right off the top of my head, besides Dragon Age, favorite games would be No More Heroes. We've already played Resident Evil, so that's fine. Resident Evil 8 is that's fine. Man, World of Warcraft. I need to turn around. Okay, I turn around and I look at my shelf, and immediately I'm staring at 3 Dragon Age. I'm staring at Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and Dragon Age Inquisition. Don't know what else is behind there. Oh man, I can't even think. I'm so tired I can't even think of my favorite game. Oh, Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2, of course. No more Dragon Age, Titanfall 2, No More Heroes are probably easy for me to think of my favorite games. A Dalish Elf was my go-to character for Dragon Age games. I always just made myself. I always wish that the human wasn't always a the noble family or whatever. I always wish some guy. That's the only thing I ever wished with it. I always made a human, or I always try to get older games physically because it makes me happy knowing it. Me too, Ezekiel. Funny enough, for my leaving work present, I bought my, so I only the reason why I have No More Heroes at all, like I know it's a thing, is because the video game collection that was given to me by brother Elska, it was in that collection. And both No More Heroes 1 and 2 were just from like GameStop, and they were in just like the CD paper sleeves. So as a gift to myself, I bought the original cases for No More Heroes so that they have a home. Cause I came to the realization that I just really like those games. I like those games more than I think I remember even playing them. So I really want to go back. And the big reason why, especially I want to play No More Heroes, is I haven't played the third game yet. I have not played the third game. I played Travis Strikes Again, when I played that one, which is the spin-off game, which is not like a real No More Heroes game. But I did not get around to playing 3 yet, because when 3 came out, I was already like streaming, and I kind of wanted to save it for so I think if I play No More Heroes, I will probably play 1, 2, 3. Hopefully Apache was not, and I hope you are safe. Yeah, I really liked how things come around for the Dwarf Noble when you go back to Orzammar. Yeah. That's why I thought it was cool. The more ingrained I felt the origin story was with the overarching story, the more I enjoyed it. And the Dwarf Noble one was definitely probably the best origin. I'll be eager for Hero List stream. Yeah, and like I said, I want to play probably the first one I'll do is Titanfall 2. If I do play it, Dragon Age will probably be like a week-long event, because Dragon Age is a story game, and I like completing everything because it is my favorite game of all time. You know, and not only that, I would probably do the Awakening DLC, because that is also very good. So I would probably do Titanfall 2 first, because that's just probably one night. 1, maybe 2 of playing the story. You're right, Crabword, you're right. The Common Dwarf also did back around pretty well. I guess it's just because the what was it? If you're a dwarf noble, which one of them was your brother, right? If I recall, Morrowind. Morrowind is an endeavor where it's gonna probably end up being something like New Vegas, and it's gonna be a whole thing over time. Made you lose. Yeah, Apache, I agree, but Origin had so much in it for what it was still, but I agree there's a lot lacking in Origin, but the biggest thing is the companions, of course, and the story, the main story. I do wish there was a lot more fleshed out in side stories, for sure, and any sort of like little tidbits and expansions. Even my favorite zone, the forest with the elves, the other treaty you have to go get done. I don't know who's played Dragon Age. I don't know who cares. I don't know if I want to do any spoilers, but that is my favorite zone. That story, next to probably next to the beginning of the game, obviously. And there's a lot they could have done there that was definitely missed out on. My computer keeps going to sleep mode because I just keep talking. I've been playing Morrowind throughout this stream. How much have you gotten done? I've only played Dragon Age Inquisition, but only because my console broke shortly after I got it. Hardly owned console app. The thing that sucks is Inquisition is definitely not as good as 1. But I still thoroughly enjoyed it. The one thing that sucks about Inquisition is it was made in like 2012, right? And it was right at that point where it was like a collectathon like game, basically. You know, they kept doing this thing with like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry. They were trying to implement stuff like that in it, and it just sucked. But I mean, the Inquisition itself, story was kind of, but I still enjoyed it. It was a fun game. Actually, the best part of Dragon Age Inquisition was the DLC. Yeah, Inquisition's insanely bull. Dragon Age oh no, Dragon Age games did get progressively worse, but I still enjoyed them. The only thing that sucks is that it was not on BioWare. It was on EA because Dragon Age Origins sold so well. Dragon Age 2 came out in what, about a year between the releases, so it was just in a city that sucked. And the only thing that carried it was the characters. Per usual. I almost finished rearranging my house. A protective. You spent it well. Beat Inquisition once. Crabward, I'm the same. I play Dragon Age Inquisition every now and then as for myself. Dragon Age Origins is my guilty pleasure that I will go back to and play every now and then. I'll beat it. I'll have a great time. I get to talk to Alistair. I get to talk to Morgan. And I gotta go run around, make fun of Colin, stuck in a prison. And I gotta go kill some wizards. And then I gotta go kill some spookies. And then I get some old guy. And then I gotta go purge a demon. And I gotta go to this. I have such a great time. Dragon Age 2, I repeat sometimes. I've probably played Dragon Age 2 like 5 to 6 times. Dragon Age Origins probably way over like 10, 15, maybe in the 20. Probably not 20, more like 10. Maybe like 5 or 6 times Dragon Age 2. I have only beaten Dragon Age Inquisition once. And that makes me sad. Yeah, Dragon Age 2 Untextured Cities. Is a decade old? Sheesh, I thought it was 2012, but still, that sucks. No worries, Walkie, I appreciate you. Oh, wait, I read that completely wrong. Probably going to get back to DA. I'll check it out on stream. My brain hurts. It's too late. I'm gonna have to go to bed here soon. I can't stop talking. Yeah, Dragon Age 2 isn't bad, but it isn't good. It is just, as the kids say, mid. It has such strong points and strong themes, strong characters, but it does not execute them well. And that's purely 100% pretty sure because it was rushed. Did you spare Logain? Spoilers! I did it because I thought it would be illogical to take out the Archdeacon and but honestly, you did. That's the one thing I will hate. If we play Dragon Age, I hate the factor that the term for if you change the personality of your companions, the word is you harden them. Which I get, you know, harden them to like the war and the world around them, but it's gonna become a meme and I hate it. But you didn't harden your companion. Yeah, Dragon Age 2 needed way more time, but EA sucks. Also, no, I hate Logain. Actually, Crabward, if I were to play Dragon Age Origin again, it would, like, on stream especially, I would be pretty conflicted. You know why? Because the last time I played Dragon Age Origins, I did not read the books. Since I last played Dragon Age Origins, I have read every single Dragon Age book. And I see him a little differently. Dragon Age Inquisition, that's better? I would say Inquisition was better gameplay-wise. Dragon Age 2 was better character-wise. Actually... better character-wise. Except for... Anders? And whoever the DLC guy is, because he was so boring, I never used him. I forget his name. Sebastian? I think his name is Sebastian. He sucks. Anders, I'm just upset because they changed him from Awakening. It was my first blind playthrough, so I slammed to a wall so hard. Crabward? I completely understand. But I'm a big baby, and Alistair is one of my first waifus I've ever had. So I babied him. Wasn't he just called Prince? No, the Chantry guy from Dragon Age 2, he has a name. His name's like Sebastian. Looking at his interesting character background and Return to Oscar put a lot of his actions into context. Yeah. The only real context though is he's a war-scarred jerk. And racist. That's really what Logain is. He's always been kind of an ass. But it sort of makes sense. He's just scarred from the Elysian War. And, can't move on from it. I have beaten the Awakening DLC, yes. Which is why, like I said, I don't like Dragon Age 2 Anders because he's a different Anders. But it took me, like, playing Dragon Age 2, like, 2 or 3 times before I accepted Anders, but I still am passively upset about Anders. Logang? He's a lozenge? He's a cough drop? Guys, I can talk about Dragon Age all. It has been a while since I played. I do need to refresh my memory. Dang, I love that game. I love the game so much. I really, as much as it hurts to say because it's EA, I am so selfish of a person. I do hope there is a new Dragon Age that actually comes to existence. Which I hope the animated TV series that was on Netflix makes something, like, shows that people want more Dragon Age. Because I want more Dragon Age. Yeah, I hope Dread Wolf is something. And I hope Mr. Baldy Eggman is actually an interesting character. I played Dragon Age 2 before I played DLC, and that was a fun experience. Yeah, that's probably a lot of whiplash you got, huh? Why does Logan's voice actor always play a warmongering racist? He played Logan in space. He just has that. He just has that tone, officer. He just has that tone. I would be extremely cautious. The only way I would accept them to remake the game is if they kept the combat. I don't know if they would. Because everything is fast-paced now. I don't think they would keep the real-time pause gameplay. I don't think they would. And because of that, I don't think they could remake it. I think the only thing they should do is remaster. And when it comes to remaster, it just means don't make it. Don't stop crashing on my computer. Dragon Age Origins crashes so gosh dang much. So much. Please just make it stop crashing. It's too complex for casual. Then don't play on hard. I'm gonna be that person. Don't play on hard. Don't play on hard. If it's too complex, if you want to play like an MMO, press 1, 2, 3. Play on easy. Legacy of Kain? I had no idea. I have never played Legacy of Kain, but I know Tiberian keeps telling me to play it. Gotta let the dogs know. That's okay. I probably am going to force myself to go here in like 5 minutes. So don't worry. It's going to added. The rate it's going, I expect Dragon Age 4 to be about as good as much as the mech suit game that died so fast I can't. Oh, Anthem? No. Don't let Anthem die, because you have to hold that over EA's head for the rest of time. Do not let the thought of Anthem die. That is a stain in this universe that you need to make sure you throw back at EA and say, remember this? Which is why I hate EA, but I love things that are good in companies and developers that are good. Which is why it pains me that Respawn is under EA, because they are good company, but they are abused by EA so bad. Because they canceled the Titanfall game. And it just comes back to, you know, the whole, as a consumer, we have to make sure we vocalize what we want. Colossus was such a good tank class. What, in Anthem? I wouldn't know. I wasn't around for that game. All I get to see is the past remnants of Anthem, and that is fun. I think only the first game is on GOG. I wonder if I have it. I have... My GOG account has so many old games that are just random that I bought because they were like 45 cents that I think it would be fun to go through. All of them are on GOG? I'll have to take a look. I don't open I like GOG, but I don't open it very much just because all my stuff's already on Steam, so I just keep using Steam. But I have been slowly using more GOG because it just has so many more classic games. That's basically, it's like my... Anything older than 2012 is basically on. But yeah, I'll wrap up. I will wrap up, just because I gotta finally go to bed. I need to stop delaying the inevitable. But with the wrap up, I will say, I hope you guys will keep, letting me know what you want to see from me. Because it really does help me. And I appreciate when you guys do that. And I just look forward to what we have in the future. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do, guys. Got a lot to do. Hi, Orange! It's good to see you, Orange! But why are you always here right when I'm leaving, man? Always right when I'm leaving. Good to see you. Hey, Crabword. That's a pretty good deal. That's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Raymond. Yeah, thanks, Raymond, Matt, Crabword, Orange. Good to see you, Orange. Matt, Officer, Apache, Walkie, Mossy, Nightmare, Berserker, Ezekiel, Tyler, Nami, Tiberian, Satrio, Troll, Lucy was here. I know, this is so stealthy. David said hello. Username was here. Butterbee went to bed. Hillen, I think I saw. Lord XD was here, right? And Snake Guy. A butler. I'm trying. If I forgot you, please, if I forgot you, yell at me. I need to get better. The fact that I'm remembering the difference between the people who got here, or who were chatting, and then the people, from the members, they're overlapping a lot now. Oh, Man was here, I think. So I can forget sometimes, so just yell at me like I always say. But nonetheless, also thank you to our members, whether gifted or on your own volition. It means a lot to have you guys here and wanting to go out of your way to support me. Let's begin this list of 81 people. Let's go. Thank you to John, Matt, Bordor, Anon, Lucy, Sufi, Marcos, Dying, Ezekiel, Officer, David, Man, Nami, Username, Reptile, Karan, Jordan, Butterbee, Aram, Vakar, Jay Walker, Professor, Rock for Brains. I keep forgetting we have 2 professors that show up. Belly, Theo, GC, Vlad Cabbage, Copper Kid, McBurnstein, Bean, Tillant, Hellion, Greed, Geronimo, Cart, Cloudy, Firebrand, T. Cole, Huaki, Buddy, Impa Merle, Free Range, Platinum, Angel, Axel, Rocked, Floof, Warrior, Dr. Bright, Henry, Eduardo, Darkskull, Dither, Lord Beast, Lushan, McCutter, Lord XD, Snake Guy, Crumpet, Scon, Cookies, Cabeller, Swoom, Ronnie, Crabward, Another Warranty Doggo, Griever, Alex, Redacted, Ventus, Raymond, Gotangs, Tiberian, Nightmare, Berserker, Telos, Sebastian, Taco, Tyler, Mousy, Mary. Hi, Tiberian. Bye, Tiberian. Having a chat with us? Thank you. I have a problem where I sometimes just can't stop talking. So thank you for indulging me and my problem. I can't wait to spend 8 hours with you doing the exact same thing. Yeah, to really wrap it up, guys, as I say all the time, I really want you guys to know that this is my biggest dream. This is what I want to do. And I really hope I make something we all enjoy. And I am so incredibly happy and so incredibly lucky that I have so many people that through everything I've been through, everything that happens, there are still so many of you here and so many that want to be there for the future and just keep supporting me no matter what. And it's something I never would have dreamed. So, thank you for helping my dreams become a reality. And thank you for everything. And I'm at a place I never thought I would be, so thank you, everyone. On that note, no more cheesiness. I'm going to bed. I'm going to scream really loud. Yeah, good problem for a streamer to have. Yeah, I'm going to scream really loud, and then I'm going to go to bed. All right? I appreciate you guys, and have a good night. Bye. Ah!